Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Just Saying. This beautiful week, very hot week, very, very hot week,
Not just here, but all around the country.
all around, but still very beautiful. We have a fantastic show.
Literally.
Fantastic show for you today. Jairus, let's break this shit down.
Well, going into a fantastic show. First up, we got the Fantastic Four First Steps, Just Saying movie review. We're going to talk about the movie, break it all down, go over the important parts and what it means for the MCU going forward. Then we're going to segue right into sports news, I think just from around the country. Then we're going to do a quick little pit stop because, as always, we got NASCAR racing weekend to talk about. Then a swing or a miss. We're going to be discussing the MLB trade deadline. Deadline is tomorrow, I believe, at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go over the biggest targets, what teams we think are buying, selling, or maybe somewhere in the middle. Then, welcome to the league. NFL training camps are underway. A lot of guys, unfortunately, getting cut. Some guys are retiring. Some guys are injured. A lot of injuries.
Yeah.
So we're going to pay respects to them. But we're also going to go over the guys that are showing out. Maybe some unexpected guys that are trying to push their way into the roster. And then we're going to finish off at center ice with just a little bit of NHL news. And for the NHL and the NBA, the offseason's pretty much done. There's not a lot going on. But if anything happens, we're still going to talk about it right here on the show.
Oh, yeah.
So without further ado, fantastic Shay Four. The Fantastic Four First Steps.
Came out.
Was it a giant leap? Or was it just a very small step?
Fantastic Four came out this past weekend. We got to see it as of this recording yesterday, which was Tuesday. We were recording this on Wednesday. That's why we're recording today, because we went and saw the movie. Of course, great big box office numbers, the biggest Marvel movie of the year, which we predicted pretty easily, I would say.
Not a surprise.
No, not a surprise at all. So it's doing gangbusters. The reviews are overwhelmingly positive as well for it, both critically and fan alike. So it is one of the shortest Marvel movies, 1 hour and 57 minutes. That I know you said, I think last week, that was one of your worries going into it before we watched it. But I think I wish it was a little longer, I guess. But I think it's safe to say for the 1 hour 57 minutes, it was great for that time slot. Not bad at all that it was shorter.
Yeah, the time obviously wasn't a huge concern for me. I just was worried about screen time just to explain all the characters and potentially the main villain, Dr. Doom, which we will obviously get to. But yeah, kicks off. Everybody already knows.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah. Real quick.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. All right. Leave now.
You've been warned.
Okay. Kicks off an Earth set in the futuristic version of the 1960s. Everybody already knows how fantastic the Fantastic Four are.
In what universe?
Earth 828.
There we go.
It has already been 4 years since all of the Fantastic Four went up to space, got blasted by the cosmic radiation that gave them their iconic powers.
Yep, everybody already loves them. They are in that different Earth, different universe. They are perceived as obviously heroes, but they also have their own show. They're making press conferences and news all the time. So it's kind of interesting to see them like that. Of course, they have the Baxter Building in New York City. Excuse the dogs. But the aesthetic is awesome. The 60s, a little bit of futuristic vibe in there. Their costumes being super comic book accurate. Man, the aesthetic is awesome and it looks really, really, really good. And for me, I think this is fantastic. A really great step in the right direction for Marvel to get back to that quality over quantity formula, because it really did look great.
Yeah, that was one of the movie's biggest strengths was the world building, and they knocked it out of the park there. So yeah, everything's all good. Reed Richards and Sue Storm find out that they are having possibly the greatest gift in the entire universe.
Literally.
A baby. That's right. If you answered a baby, you are correct. Come on down. No. Yeah, they find out Sue's pregnant, so everything's great. They have this grand opening at the tower. I think that's most recently built.
Baxter Building.
Yeah, and everything's great. Oh wait, there's a visitor.
A visitor.
Somebody to crash the party.
Yeah, a visitor from somewhere else, not here. And well, she says some pretty disturbing things. You know, hug your loved ones, celebrate. You don't have much time left.
Your earth is marked for destruction.
Yes, I herald whatever she said. Now I can't remember. I herald Galactus.
And if you know anything about Marvel Comics, Galactus, hearing that name should make you shake in your boots.
Yes, the Silver Surfer is Galactus's herald. She chooses, and in the comics he as well, chooses his planets to consume because Galactus has an insatiable appetite that is never, ever pleased. He is always hungry, and the only way to keep him alive is to eat. And because he's so large, that's eating planets.
Entire planets.
Yeah.
And for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's maybe a moon for dessert.
I wonder how many calories that would be.
No idea.
I wonder, there's got to be like some actually out there that tries to calculate calories.
Probably an insane number.
That'd be pretty cool to figure out. But yeah, everybody's like, oh my God, like what's going on? It's supposed to be a time of celebration. And obviously everybody's looking at the Fantastic Four like, you know, what are you going to do?
Johnny, when she leaves, Johnny tries to go after her.
Yep.
And he gets all the way up to the upper atmosphere before his flames burn out because there's no oxygen up there. Able to touch the surfboard of the Silver Surfer, and she repeats to him like something in her language, and then he falls back down and he's like, she spoke to me, she said something to me, blah blah blah. Then they're like, what did she say? He's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, knowing that it's Johnny, they don't necessarily fully believe him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, what's going on? Like, what are we up against? So obviously they have to figure it out. So they do some quick calculations and all, you know, all this stuff, and you know, decide, well, we're going up and finding out exactly what we're up against. So they trace the energy signature of the Silver Surfer to a certain planet, and
that's about to be destroyed.
And they confirm too that like she's not lying because her energy signature has been to other planets that have just disappeared.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, they finally go up into space to see what they're up against, and they do FTL travel, which is faster than light. And I gotta say, the way they portrayed that, you know, going through the wormhole or, you know, light speed travel, I thought was fantastic. I never seen anything like that where it was literally like they were moving through liquid space.
Yeah, it was
pretty cool.
Super, super cool. I also love how they portrayed the FTL jump. Crazy cool. All this time, remember, Sue's still pregnant in the middle of all this. Very pregnant because they don't say anything. They don't like mark how much time has passed, but time passes to where like she's 8-9 months pregnant,
Yeah.
and you can tell. So they do get to that planet, and as soon as they get there,
Wait, her energy signature is coming from inside the planet.
inside, and
So
then
what does that mean?
boom, the planet starts. Galactus's ship starts coming through the planet, the core of the planet, and holy shit.
Yeah, the way they portrayed Galactus's ship was fantastic, and the special effects were fantastic. The cinematography, so they're getting sucked in
Yep.
with it. So they go into Galactus's ship and they start to obviously explore around, and well, they find the Silver Surfer,
Mm-hmm.
and she leads them right to Galactus.
Yep, Shalabal. She says you shouldn't have come, but Galactus will see you now. And as they're walking to Galactus, Johnny flies up to her and asks her what she's told him. And I forget the words exactly. Maybe you remember the exact words that she said, but it was a prayer type thing.
Yeah, it was "die with yours."
Yeah. In her, so that's what she said in her language.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce
no,
she said
No.
in her language.
No. So he's able to figure that out. And then they have some more conversation, but she just like shrugs him off, basically ignores him. And then he comes back, and the thing's like, "Oh, your girlfriend break up with you already?" No, we had a great conversation. Everything was fine.
Yeah, I love in this one too. Like the relationship is more playful and not so much like Johnny's just bullying him.
Yeah,
pretty much. That was a great dynamic, and a lot of people they're not afraid of the Thing. Like he's beloved.
Yes, exactly.
So I like that a lot too. So, well, yeah, they get to Galactus. Oh yes,
They get to Galactus. All right.
And the way Galactus looked when I first saw him and the purple eyes, oh my goodness, gave me chills. Not just because that he's huge and he's got, obviously his ominous voice and he's the eater of planets, but just the way he looks is just, you can tell he's ancient.
Oh yeah, and it's so like 100% damn near comic book accurate. And it's awesome. Oh my god.
It is great.
Awesome.
So they have the meeting. He said, you're here to beg for mercy.
Yeah.
Chills. And
Reed Richards like, no, we're here to talk.
Yeah. So yeah, it kind of gives an explanation like, yeah, I have this hunger, can never be satisfied. He has to eat planets to survive.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to believe when you see him that at one point in time before he became Galactus, he was just a regular guy.
Yep.
Crazy. So what does Galactus want? Well, he wants the one thing that is probably the hardest for them to give up.
That they would never give up. That's what they said.
And that is the child.
Franklin Richards himself.
But Shay, why would he want a child? Does he want to be a father?
Yeah, he wants a little baby.
Does he want to raise his own son?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we hear two words that I didn't think we would hear.
Yeah.
But they are very, very important to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Marvel Comics. Shay, what two words were those?
Fatherhood.
My son.
No. Obviously, we're joking. Unless, no, we're joking. It's the power cosmic. Jairus, what is the power cosmic for the listeners that don't know?
Well, it's just one of, basically the most powerful energies / weapons in the Marvel universe.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty big deal, and
Yep.
it is Franklin Richards himself.
That's right.
In the comics, Franklin is like arguably one of, if not like top 3 most powerful beings in all of Marvel. He's able to control time and control people and create or destroy universes just by himself. Like like Thanos looks like a
He's-
shrimp.
We'll get to Doctor Doom too, but he's up there with Doctor Doom.
Oh, yeah.
With guys like that we haven't seen yet, like Molecule Man.
It's insane. So obviously Galactus wants that, not to consume him, for him to be the next Galactus. So Galactus can finally leave his hellhole, his servitude, and be normal again. Wow.
I mean, hey, if I was trapped in a dark, depressing machine, forced to eat planets for the rest of my life, no, I'm not vegetarian. I'm not going to eat plants. I said planets for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'd probably do that too.
I mean, probably after doing it for billions of years too. Yeah.
Yeah. So clearly, when they hear that they want the child, they're like, yeah, fuck you.
I mean, in the Marvel version though, it's no.
Yeah. So, well, they're like, well, we got to find a way to defeat him. So they have like a little bit of a fight, and we'll find out later, but the Silver Surfer wants to take the child as well for her own reasons, but we'll get to that. So they have a chase. Silver Surfer tries to chase him down.
As they're escaping his ship.
They're escaping. Johnny goes up too and like tries to defeat him by like taking out his like links or whatever that he uses to get the energy from the planets.
Yeah.
So there's like lava pouring down and everything. So they escape to their ship with the Silver Surfer on their tail. And there was this scene that I grimaced at so much, like the Silver Surfer like starts to reach into her belly.
Yeah, Sue Storm's belly, yeah.
To try to get the child, and I'm like, oh! but yeah, they launch the ship. Silver Surfer is still chasing them
through the wormhole, by the way.
Yeah, they get into their FTL device through the wormhole, trying to shake her off, and they can't shake her off. So, Shay, what the hell are we gonna do?
Well, just try to fake her out by diving into a black hole. Just normal shit you do every day, every Sunday.
Yeah, and then to get home, because they don't have enough power, they have to slingshot around the star.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense,
That's
right?
like my drive home from work.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. No, crazy shit. Reed Richards, the smartest man alive, obviously.
While all this is happening too, Sue Storm's giving birth.
Yeah, she's having contractions and all that stuff.
While they're being chased by the Silver Surfer, going near a black hole.
Yeah.
And slingshotting around the star to get home. She's giving birth.
Yeah, exactly. So Reed tells the Thing, who's the best pilot, to go into the black hole and to trust him, because as long as they get out, it'll take a month for the Silver Surfer because of the time dilation in space and how time works near a black hole. We're not a science show, so we're not going to get into all that. Just know it's really weird. But it's going to take the Silver Surfer like a month to get out of the black hole, or at least the gravitational pull of the black hole. So they go towards the black hole, and between contractions, between contractions, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, makes their ship invisible while the Silver Surfer can't see. And at the last second, they pull out, so Shalabal gets stuck in the gravitational field. Then, as Jared was saying, they lose the FTL device in the meantime, but they slingshot around to go get back to 0.88% the speed of light, re-enter the wormhole to get back to Earth. But holy hell, what a wild and crazy
Congratulations,
event.
you got your child.
Yeah, Franklin was born during all of that, and they return to Earth, and everyone gets to see Franklin after they, exit the spaceship, and they hold a brief press conference, which to me was like, come on, like they literally just got back and have a new baby. They should have some time, but it's also like everyone knew they were going to try and defeat Galactus. So,
and I did not think, because it kind of surprised me, I did not think Reed Richards would be like brutally honest.
Yeah, I know.
Like I thought he was gonna like be like, oh no, like
everything's fine.
we got a plan,
Yeah.
and all that. I mentioned this before too, like while the baby was still, while Sue was still pregnant with the baby, like Richards did a bunch of scans, never found any anomalies, never found any energy signatures. So nobody knew that he would have the power cosmic or anything different about him.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was hiding it. Franklin, that's what Galactus said, that Franklin was hiding it from everybody, from Reed Richards.
Yeah. So they hold the press conference and they just tell it straight. Like, no, we didn't defeat Galactus.
And are we
and
safe?
It's almost like Reed Richards just like had no idea what to say.
Yeah, because he knows everything and he always knows what to do. And in this instance,
he doesn't know.
They asked him, are we safe? I don't know. So then obviously everyone starts to turn on them because now they're freaking out.
He also tells them that what he wants is the child.
Yeah. The one price they can't pay is to give up their child, and Galactus would then spare Earth.
Yeah, so now they're calling him selfish, that you sacrifice one child to save the entire world.
Yeah.
It's just awful, awful, awful. And
yeah.
Then, while this is going on, they're trying to come up with a plan. They haven't came up with much of anything. And, there's protests going on outside, and Sue Storm has had enough.
Yeah. Sue's had enough. She goes outside with Franklin and introduces the protesting crowd that's out there to Franklin, and gives a very beautiful speech about family and that, no, we will not give up my son for all of you. But we will not give up all of you for my son. And
we're going to face this together.
Exactly. So it was great. A great moment. Really great writing, great storytelling, great acting by Vanessa Kirby, who played Sue Storm. Really just phenomenal. And was it afterwards or right before that Johnny figured out the Silver Surfer's language?
He was in the process. I don't remember if it exactly was that moment, but I know Richards was talking about Archimedes and the law of levers. So after the speech, he finds out, like,
because she said, we will move heaven and earth.
Yeah. We'll move heaven and earth for this place. So then Reed Richards is, that's it. We're going to move the earth.
Easy.
Because he had a demonstration of his teleportation with an egg, but instead of moving an egg, now he's got to move an entire planet.
Plus the moon.
So how do you do that?
So in a unprecedented collaboration with every single country on planet Earth, they all build the bridges.
Teleportation bridges on a grand scale.
Yeah, to try and get this to work. And then they figure out there's not enough power to power all these bridges. So they have a curfew one night where there's no lights on for the entire
This goes
planet.
on for a while too. This goes on for multiple days.
Yeah. And They
if
think
not
it's
weeks.
right. Exactly. Again, they're not crystal clear on how long everything takes, but it takes more than a single night or a single day. So they get all the power that they need, and now they're all this while this is going on too. Galactus has entered the solar system. Oh, he's past Jupiter. Oh, he's past Mars. And of course, in storytelling, right when they get enough power and they have a plan, they're going to use Franklin Richards as bait to lure Galactus into the center. That will. Oh no, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. Fuck. Before all that, they attempt to use the teleporters, the bridges, to obviously teleport Earth. Everything's going great. It starts to work, and then Charlie Ball shows up.
Yep. And ruins everything.
Quite literally.
I thought at that point, like, it's over. We're out of options.
Yeah.
And then that's when
when
Johnny Storm had figured out her language. And
yeah.
Then she's at the one teleporter that's left, and he shows up. And there was 23 other messages exactly like that on the 23 different planets that were destroyed.
Yeah. They have a really great dialogue, and he explains that these are all thank yous from your home world for you sparing them. You sacrificed yourself to spare your home, and these are all thank yous from that.
Yeah, Galactus had showed up to her home world, and he was going to eat the planet, obviously, but instead she offered her services to him in exchange for her planet. But in exchange, she's killed countless other planets and countless other people.
Yeah.
And all Johnny says is, I'm just trying to save my planet just like you did yours.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, take me. Let me sacrifice myself. And she's just like, it doesn't work that way.
Nope. And then she takes off. So Galactus is coming because she didn't do anything to try and stop him, obviously. And
at this point, he's like at the moon. Like,
yeah.
He's almost like right there.
Exactly. That's when they come up with the plan to use Franklin as bait.
Yeah. So try to teleport Earth, doesn't work. So now he says, we got to bring Galactus here.
Yep.
We got to get him off his ship. We're going to use Franklin as bait because that's what he wants. We're going to use our last teleporter and the last of our energy to try to teleport him to the farthest corners of our universe.
Yes. It's great in theory. In practice, it was pretty difficult.
Yeah, and because at first Richards was like, we're going to use some sort of bait, but Sue already knew.
Yeah, it was Franklin.
He had figured out it was Franklin. But Reed is like, no, I'll find another way.
Yeah.
And she's like,
you already did.
There is no other way.
Yeah. You already know. The dichotomy and the chemistry between the family, the Fantastic Four, was, in my opinion,
that was the biggest. In my opinion, that was the biggest strength of the movie.
Yeah, in my opinion, that was the best part of the whole movie. They were fantastic together, all four of them. It was really, really awesome to see. And they did a phenomenal job.
Now we need a fantastic counter.
I know we do. We really do. So Galactus comes down from his ship. He's a big old son of a bitch coming through New York City.
I believe too, they said one of the concerns about having Galactus that big was they thought like it would look goofy.
I think you're right.
I didn't think it looked goofy.
No, not at all.
I thought it looked pretty fucking menacing.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, also, they had to evacuate
all New York to the underground,
to subterranean.
Yeah. Yep. The Mole Man.
In the beginning of the movie, they like strike a diplomatic deal, him and Sue,
yeah,
to work together.
Yeah.
Be cordial.
Yeah, exactly.
So they evacuate all of New York City into Subterraria, the underground. And yeah, the plan is underway.
Yep. Galactus comes towards them. Is about
now before I get to that, the plan was they had to reroute the entire power of Eastern Seaboard, and it was
true.
The portal would only be open for like 37 seconds.
Yep.
At that point. And when they had Franklin there and Galactus scanned and saw Franklin, they exchanged Franklin for like a dummy baby carriage and then put him in the tower.
Yeah, with Herbie to watch over him, which Herbie was fantastic as well. Oh, there's another point to the counter. Yeah, Galactus gets right to the edge of the perimeter that is needed to, teleport him.
They're about to activate
very far away.
Oh, everything's going to be great.
Then he scans. And Franklin's not there. Then he looks away. And Franklin's at the Baxter building with Herbie.
Yeah. I forget exactly what he says, but he's like, haha, like Scooby-Doo, like, hey, you menacing kid.
Yeah.
You almost got me.
Yeah. He goes away. The Fantastic Four tries their best to stop him. With everything they can. The Thing tries to throw things at him. Doesn't work. Johnny tries to set him on fire. Doesn't work. Sue tries to hold him back with her powers, her force field powers. Doesn't work. And Mr. Fantastic himself he is able to get up to his back where the openings are for the tubes to feed him the lava or whatever from the planets breaking down.
Yeah.
And he's able to open one up, but the Galactus is able to pull him pretty easily and literally
tries to
pull him, stretch him as far as he can go, until he is saved by the Thing and Johnny, because the Thing finally says,
"It's clobbering time." Just like in Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. So funny, but all for naught because Galactus gets to the Baxter building.
But don't worry, because Herbie's got it covered. He locks the building down. We're good.
Yeah.
Nah, Galactus banes right through that shit.
Yeah, obviously quite easily. He scoops up Franklin, and again, they all try their best to stop him, but they can't.
It looks hopeless at this point.
It looks hopeless until Sue Storm wakes up after being knocked out and hears her baby crying. And if there's one thing in this universe
that not even Galactus
can stop,
overcome,
it is a mom going after her baby.
A mother's love.
She's a mom. And she, with her force field powers, is able to overpower Galactus.
Push him all the way back.
All the way back to the teleporter from the Baxter building. They power it on. They get him sucked in. Yay! Mr. Fantastic saves Franklin right at the last second. Everything's fine. He's great. He's gone. No.
Then like fucking Freddy Krueger or Jason reaches his hand out like he just came back from the grave.
Yep.
And then Johnny says, I'm going to make the ultimate sacrifice.
He does. He starts pulling away, flying away to get enough speed. Flame on! Gets going. But then he gets stopped by someone.
The Silver Surfer. And I actually thought that it was over. I didn't know if she was like...
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, no way.
Yeah, I got you. She betrays Galactus. Galactus's herald is no more. She runs right into him, pushes him and herself into the portal. They close off the power, and they are both teleported to the fringes of their universe. Wow.
Yeah, and at this point, we thought, because Sue Storm used so much of her power that was too much for her, and she's laying motionless on the ground. And then at this point, I shed a few tears.
Yeah, she's dead. Reed Richards tries CPR, tries everything to bring her back. Johnny, Sue's brother, is just watching and crying. Can't believe it. Then Franklin starts crying to go to his mom. That's when I like shed a tear, like, oh God, this is not good. Reed puts Franklin down on his mom's chest. And he just looks at her. And he stops crying. And that's when I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
A bond between her mom and her son.
And the power cosmic obviously helps.
Right. One of the most powerful things in the universe. Brings her back.
Does. Thankfully brings her back.
Everything's great.
Yeah, they end there, right?
Yeah, they pretty much
Pretty
much end
so,
there. Yeah.
from what I remember.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything like major that happened after that.
I don't think so.
But then if you know anything about Marvel movies, there's always a post-credit scene.
Yep.
Or mid-credit scene.
Or both in this case. So what is the mid-credit scene?
4 years later.
4 years. Everything's about 4.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not anything important, but at the end, there is like a 1 year time jump, and then they're on the show again. And they try to put him into the
Franklin,
Fantastic Five suit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
He's too young. So there was that. And then they get a call about a threat, so then they're not even on the show.
Yeah, they leave, yeah.
They're going to deal with that.
Yeah.
And then the movie ends, and then it's actually 4 years later when we get to the mid-credit scene, which like I thought was a big time jump.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea, like, as compared to the main Earth, like when this is all taking place. But, the Franklin's a little bit older now. They're reading a book. It's pretty funny too. Like his favorite book is The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin, which is like scientific. And so he was like, why don't we read something funnier or like more fun? Yeah. And it's just a regular children's book. And then some ominous music starts playing.
Very ominous.
And Sue senses that somebody's there. So she starts turning on her powers. And it's very slow. Gets up over the table. And who's just entered the building?
Who entered the chat? Dr. Doom himself.
What's up, guys?
What's up, chat? Just got to the Baxter building.
It's like the Bigfoot AI.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Dr. Doom here. You told me to come to Earth 828 now. I'm in the Baxter building with my new homie, Franklin Richards.
Oh my God. Yep. So you don't see the front of Dr. Doom or anything, but he's crouched down, has his cloak on, his mask is off in his hand.
Which the mask being off is unexpected because normally Dr. Doom never takes his mask off.
Correct.
The weird part is that Franklin is not scared.
Nope.
He's not crying.
Nope. He's touching his face.
It's almost like he's either curious or maybe he knows who he is.
Yeah. That's all we see is Franklin touching his face, touching
like in wonder.
Doom's face. Yeah, exactly. And then it ends.
That was it. We literally saw Dr. Doom for 1-2 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That was it.
And then the post-credit scene is just like the old Fantastic Four cartoon. but
Yeah.
but nothing else.
Nothing
And
major.
Kirby.
All right, that is the Fantastic Four. Broke it down for you. Again, we did warn you for spoilers, so if you made it this far, I don't know what to tell you. So let's give our ratings out of 10, and then some questions. You know, where does this take the MCU? Like, how did we feel about the movie in general? Did this squash any of our questions that we had going in? Did it just give you more questions? You know, like all that discussion stuff. But rating first.
So for me, out of 10 with decimals, I will give it an 8.5.
Okay.
I just thought with the world building and the chemistry of the actors was amazing. Definitely the biggest strengths of the movie. The way they portrayed Galactus, very comic book accurate too, and everything. Loved it. The special effects were great. How they portrayed space and the FTL travel and the black hole was great. I thought the pacing was fantastic. It did not get off topic at all. Like, it got right into the point.
Yeah.
There was nothing else like surrounding going on. Like, it was very grounded, even though we went to space.
Yeah.
And all that.
It just dealt with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I love how the Fantastic Four, it wasn't another origin story. It was everybody already knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They already have their powers, and it's been a while since they acquired them. Not just that, it's not just all like fun. Like, there was intense emotional conflict between especially Sue and Reed about the child. And well, Reed, like, you have to know every possible outcome. Like you need to relax.
Yeah.
And it's just not him. Like, he's the greatest mind in the world.
Yeah.
So that was great too. So yeah, all of that, great. Fantastic.
Jeez, we really do need a counter for this episode.
I did that one on purpose. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. So before I give my concerns, Shay, I want to hear your rating and what you thought were the strengths.
Yeah. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I would argue it's probably the best MCU movie since Endgame. Maybe with Shang-Chi, in just my personal opinion. I did
love Shang-Chi.
I still think Loki season 2 is the best project period since Endgame, but that's just me. So Fantastic Four, 8 out of 10. I agree with a lot of the strengths for you, that you just articulated. Wish I could articulate.
You can articulated.
Yeah. I love, my favorite part was that it was grounded, and I really felt like Marvel and the MCU found its path again. Like, okay, we can do just a single focused movie with hints and references to everything going on. Not every single movie needs a crossover with another superhero, another character.
Cool fact too, cameo kind of. Earth 828, that's Jack Kirby's birthday.
Correct.
So
yes.
That was really nice touch.
Yeah.
As well.
So I love how it was grounded. It was just the Fantastic Four and Galactus on just their Earth 828. The chemistry of the cast was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. You know, the effects were great. The music by Michael Giacchino was great. The world building, like you said, was great. Acting was fantastic. How they portrayed Galactus was, comic book accurate, very menacing. Like, it was, oh God, it was awesome. I almost said fantastic. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. Now we've got our ratings. What are your concerns? First of all, what did you not like about the movie before we get to the MCU part? just the movie by itself, disconnected from the MCU, I would up my rating to a 9 out of 10. Okay. If it was just a standalone project. The only thing that bugged me about the movie was Galactus. As great as he was portrayed, I feel like, especially through the decades of Marvel comics that we have, the multiple resets and universe reboots that we have in Marvel comics, Galactus is always a world eater, a world destroyer who basically cannot be beat, who has killed the Fantastic Four before, who has killed the Avengers before. He was menacing in this movie, very terrifying, obviously. But I felt like, especially the end, did not do him justice.
The way he was defeated.
Yes. And like how Sue overcame that was awesome. I loved that. I don't have a problem with her doing what she did. Not at all. And I think we talked about it maybe on the podcast too, many episodes ago. I thought that one of our theories was Galactus was going to show up. Obviously, the Fantastic Four was going to do their best to destroy him, but they couldn't.
It was going to be to no avail.
Yeah, and Galactus was going to destroy that Earth, and that's how they were going to get to our
And they said,
timeline.
like, there's nothing we can do. Like,
yeah,
we gotta leave.
Yeah. Obviously, that doesn't happen. So, to me,
I think, too, like, with seeing the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, I think now I kind of get what Emergency Awesome was saying, that kind of threw people off.
Yeah, so that's it connected to the MCU, but just that singular movie, I think Galactus deserved a little bit more, because now I'm worried we're not going to see him again until after Secret Wars.
It felt like, if this is the right word, it felt a little weak.
Yeah. Like, one, he's able to control his size in the comics. So he could have been bigger than the entire planet.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen scenes in comics where, like, he's literally towering over the entire planet.
That's first of all, but I get it's a movie, so they have to change some things. So whatever. But this world eater, world destroyer, and that's how they use him and then get rid of him. Like, they don't kill him, so he's probably going to show back up. But I just thought he deserved more. He should have been justified more. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's just my opinion.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, he is a world eater. Like, he is one of the most powerful characters in Marvel Comics. So I totally understand what you're saying, and I would honestly, like, agree with you.
Yeah. What were your concerns with just the movie itself?
So with just the movie, I won't repeat the same thing, so I'll try to say something different.
Yeah, you said you agreed. So
yeah, so we know they get to Earth 616,
mm-hmm.
but we still don't know how they get there
or why.
What are they after? What's the reason?
Yeah.
And after we watched, shout out to Emergency Awesome, because he's great.
Yep. After
we watched his breakdown, he had very interesting comments as to maybe why they get there.
Yeah.
That Dr. Doom shows up to take Franklin Richards
and not kidnap him. Like, maybe Franklin goes willingly.
Right. Because he wasn't scared of him or anything. Maybe he wants to help him. So he goes with him, and then the Fantastic Four chase after him. And then that's when they teleport to Earth 616. So yeah, after hearing that makes sense. But like before that, I would have no idea. So that was one of my concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Another concern is what we've kind of been talking about. And this kind of segues into the MCU portion.
Yeah. So then just the grander MCU here.
Yeah.
This is where I have problems.
Yeah. So now they've introduced Doctor Doom and now also the Power Cosmic. How the hell are they going to be able to tie all of this together in such little time? I just feel like there's going to be so much going on and so much to keep track of that it's going to turn audiences away. This is why I think they're going to have to split up like Doomsday Secret Wars. Like some of the characters aren't even going to show up until Secret Wars.
Right.
Because,
there's so much explaining that has to get done.
There's so many characters that are going to be assembled, which like it all makes sense because it's multiverse saga and all that. And that's where they're all going. I don't know. It's a little concerning because we just have the new Spider-Man movie and then Doomsday next December. And that's pretty much it. Other than the rest of like the Disney Plus shows, there's not any more major movies coming out.
No.
And we already know that the new Spider-Man's supposed to be more grounded. So there's not going to be a lot of multiversal stuff.
Right. Per Kevin Feige. And we talked about it yesterday after watching it. It didn't answer any of my questions. It did not squash any of my worries with the MCU. I really, really wish it did. But it didn't. I don't think the mid-credit scene was enough to introduce the general audience to Doctor Doom. I don't think the general audience is going to know what the hell is going on come Doomsday with only one movie between now and Doomsday. Spider-Man 4 is supposed to be very grounded, as we just said. So are we just getting another little mid or post-credit scene? Like, yeah, we had all that time with like that's how we saw Thanos was post-credit scenes, but we had 10 years of that, not 1 year or a year and a half. So I am still very worried.
And not only that, but like with Thanos, everything was connected. So you find out in the first Avengers, Loki, the Infinity Stones, Thanos is making all of that happen. But now you're just saying, oh, Dr. Doom's here, just showed up. We don't even know why.
Yeah.
We might know why because we might know the comic book storyline, but every other audience member doesn't know what is he after? Why does he want to go there? Why? What's the plan?
Yeah. So my concerns are Doom was not explained enough or introduced in a way that would help the general audience.
And if not in that movie, where does he show up? How are they going to do that?
Exactly. There's still the question of Kang. We still have no idea what's going to happen with Kang, who again is the big bad.
And not only that, like even with Ironheart, now we got Mephisto.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the Power Cosmic, Franklin Richards.
So now there's just all these plot holes that have to be filled, and
there's just so much.
Like obviously, if anyone can do it, it's the Russo brothers. But this task is, oh my god! Like I think you're right. I think Doomsday is going to be Doctor Doom's movie because there's so much explaining that has to go on that you're going to need an entire movie. And since you didn't get the 10 years of the Infinity Saga to explain everything leading up to, Infinity War and then Endgame. I'm just really, so just to break it all down, just for me, I'm very concerned still. Did not help at all, which is great. Thanks, Marvel. Very concerned with how the MCU moves forward, how they explain Doctor Doom, why he shows up, what he wants, what he's doing, how they deal with Kang, and explain how, oh yeah, Kang's actually not the big bad we were all worried about. It's Doctor Doom. How that's all connected, how we have Galactus, Mephisto, the Power Cosmic, all this as well. plus all the characters we already know about, all the Avengers we already know about and love and care for. So
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, I'm
Everybody
just
that's flying up in space.
yeah. We're gonna go into crazy detail about this very soon. Marvel episode coming very soon. But
Marvel special.
yeah, so but I don't
Just
know.
Marvel.
Yeah. Just Marvel, yeah. I'm just very I don't know. The movie itself was great, but for the MCU as a whole, it did not do anything for me.
I couldn't agree more. It's going to be very interesting how it all comes together.
Yeah.
But I'm just afraid that they're going to run out of time.
Yeah.
But they have the best of the best at the helm.
They do.
So we're going to be very cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
And like we said, Feige, after Secret Wars and everything, the MCU is going to reset. So we believe that there's going to be a lot of character deaths.
Yeah.
And I feel like with everything going on, there kind of has to be.
Yeah, there's too
many. You can't
many.
have everybody survive.
There's too many characters. You can't have 20 movies a year.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm still excited to see the movie.
Oh, yeah,
but
sure.
I'm very cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together.
Yeah.
If they do a great job, I'm going to give them a huge round of applause.
Oh, absolutely.
That is just a tall task.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want that job.
No way. No way. Absolutely not.
I'd just be like, kill everybody. I can't deal with this. Spider-Man, you're gone. Like in a Jonah Jameson voice.
Yeah. Oh,
Spider-Man, you're done. You're finished. You're fired. But yeah, so that is Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Great discussion on that. We're gonna go ahead and take a break.
More Marvel is coming soon.
Yep, and we might have a guest or two.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna take a break. Thank you all so much for listening, and don't go anywhere because when we come back, we're gonna get into the sports. So we will see you all very soon. Hello, everyone. Future Jairus coming at you. This is just part 1 of episode 38. We have a second part, episode 38B. So once you're done listening to this, you can go ahead and move on right to the second part where we get into all the sports stuff. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.